People think witches belong to the past, to folklore, to exaggerated stories told to scare children. But modern witchcraft never disappeared, it adapted. Real witches don't kill in public, they don't leave blood, they don't need fire. They work quietly, using rituals that exist in old grimoires, rural traditions, and forbidden religious practices that were never fully erased. And this story is about what they do to their victims before anyone notices something is wrong. The town was called Stone Hollow, small, isolated, deeply religious. Everyone believed in God, and that made the place perfect, because real witches don't target unbelievers. They target people with faith, guilt, and fear of damnation. At first, nothing dramatic happened. People didn't vanish. They simply changed. They stopped praying, stopped dreaming, stopped caring. And when asked what was wrong, they all said the same thing. "I feel empty, like something was taken." The first confirmed case was a woman named Mary Collins. She was found alive in her home, kneeling beside her bed. No wounds, no signs of struggle. But her lips were moving. She was repeating a confession ritual, one used in medieval purification rites, not modern prayer. She had never studied theology, yet she whispered the words perfectly. When doctors examined her, they found severe dehydration and sleep deprivation. She hadn't slept for 6 days. That's when the older residents understood. The witches had returned. In Stone Hollow, there was an unspoken rule: never follow someone into the woods after midnight. That's when the rituals begin. I found my grandfather's journal hidden behind the wall of his old house. Inside, he described the coven, not fantasy witches, women trained in ritual fasting, sensory deprivation, sigil carving, and confession extraction. They didn't summon demons, they broke people until something answered instead. According to the journal, the ritual followed a precise structure. First phase, isolation. The victim is lured into the forest and kept awake for days. No food, no sleep, only whispered prayers and accusations. Second phase, confession. The witches force the victim to relive guilt, every sin, every shame, spoken aloud, not to God, to witnesses. Third phase, extraction. A sigil is drawn on the victim's skin using ash, saliva, and soil from graves. No blood. The goal isn't pain, it's surrender. My brother disappeared on a Thursday night. He went searching for a missing animal near the woods. He never came back. 3 nights later, I followed the path described in the journal. The house wasn't old. It felt unfinished, like it shouldn't exist. Inside, people sat in wooden chairs arranged in a circle. They were alive, breathing. Their eyes followed movement, but nothing registered behind them. A woman stepped forward. Her face was calm, almost kind. "We don't take souls," she said. "We take what resists." I saw my brother. He was thinner, his lips cracked, his hands trembled. When I said his name, he looked at me and started confessing sins that weren't his. One of the witches placed a symbol on his forehead, a real symbol found in ancient purification rites meant to empty the vessel. Then I felt it, like something inside me loosened, like a cord snapping quietly in the chest. I woke up on the side of the road 2 days later. My brother was never found. The police ruled it a disappearance. The town moved on. But the victims who returned were worse. They lived normal lives. They worked, they spoke, they smiled, but they never prayed again, never loved deeply. never feared death, because fear was part of what was taken. Now I understand the truth. Real witches don't need sacrifices. They need participants, living bodies, awake minds, faith strong enough to break. And if one night you feel an unexplained exhaustion, if your prayers feel hollow, if your guilt surfaces without reason, don't go looking for answers, because the ritual may already be complete, and whatever answered is still inside you.